When you train back, do your sets look like this? If you said this, then you, my friend, need to watch this video. Welcome back to another video where I demonstrate what a hard set actually looks like. This time we're using the pull down machine. Now you guys can use the cable pull down machine, it's completely fine. But in this, guys, what I'm gonna show you and demonstrate is making sure that your tempo, your range of motion, and your effort stay consistent throughout the entire set. And today's set intensifier is gonna be long length partials. How's this gonna work? We're gonna do 3 hard sets of long length partials. Each of those long length partial sets are going to be to failure. Yes, I said it, we're bringing them to failure. Do you need to train to failure every single time? No, you don't. It is not necessary, but you can. Okay, so when you're setting yourself up in your pull-up machine or your cable pull-down, a couple things we wanna make sure. When you sit yourself completely in here, especially if I'm using this machine, if you look at the pull itself, here, yes, we wanna be all the way in because we're gonna get a good pull right from our arms to the side of our body. If we're too far back, then we get this where we're kind of pulling in front. So most machines are fixed in a way where if you line up all the way inside, hips directly underneath and your stomach basically underneath the thigh pad, you will get a good line of pull from here naturally. When it comes to the cables, sometimes it's lined up a little bit outside or behind. So make sure that you line yourself up when you're all the way up here, when you're pulling down, whether you do a little bit of a rock back, that it stays over top, it stays aligned to the side of your body and not where you're here pulling the weight in front of you like this. So for me, guys, we're getting all the way in because this machine is great. If you have a machine like this, you're gonna have to set your hands up first and then pull yourself underneath for the short kings like myself. And then make sure that we keep some pressure on our toes so that we're locked right in. That's gonna keep our hips on the bench. It's gonna keep our butt from coming off the bench. Now from here, we're just gonna do a warm-up set just to get ourselves accustomed to the range of motion, the technique and tempo. So chest is gonna stay up, shoulders back away from my ears. A nice extension from here, pulling down, controlling the weight up. Stretch, pull. 1001, 1002, stretch, pull. Right, and we're doing our first set to failure. And we're doing all of our sets to failure with a long length partial to failure at the end as well too. Reason being is, guess what? This is a good way to really elicit some muscle growth for the lats, and a lot of us can definitely benefit from training really hard on our lats. All right, now we have a few of these reps down pat. We're gonna go over our range of motion for our long length partials. You're here at the top of your set, it's pulling you already. From here, our long length partial is gonna be from here just to here, right? As much as we can get at least to parallel. This is all the way, we're only gonna get to here. So from here, stretch and pull. Stretch and pull. And remember, when we're stretching and pulling, we're pulling from the elbows, not from the hands. Before I get into my actual hard set, I'm going to grab some straps. Why? Because I don't want my grip to be my limiting factor for me trying to get the most out of my back. Our back movements, the strength and stamina that we have in our back muscles is gonna last a lot longer than your forearms. So I recommend, if it's a muscle group that you're really trying to build, you wanna eliminate all limiting factors, so put on some straps. So you know it's real. Again, if you're having issues with this, do this already with your hands, and then slip it in like that. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of a suicide grip because I have the handles here. I wanna pull with my elbows. Pull myself in, 10 to 15 reps to failure, and then long length partial, let's go. Long leave partials. Break. Holy jeez. All right. For us, remember resting 2 minutes in between sets. All right, 2 minutes is up. Back down again. Now again, I chose the weight that I chose. Wasn't expecting to be this strong on this, to be honest. So I did more reps. So if you find yourself again undershooting or underestimating the weight to use, do more reps to failure. Then your next set, you can make up for it and put up a little bit more weight. Or even by then, the tension will be high enough because of those extra reps. All right, here we go again. And a big stretch. Partials. Jeez. We're resting. The good thing about having this is that where I finish my set, I can just say 2 minutes from where my timer is being tracked on the Apple Watch. So if you have an Apple Watch or a Garmin, whatever you're using, and using the training part of your watch, just use the timer for your timer. Just as soon as you finish, you know you got 2 minutes from the spot that you finished. You can actually watch your heart rate, the action of your heart rate, and see how things go from there. We have a minute left. So that's my second set and one more set. And this is it. How your set should look when you're training properly. Being strict to your rest time is gonna create a lot more tension. It's gonna give you the ability to build more muscle. And then keeping your form on check is gonna make sure that you're keeping the muscle engaged that you're isolating. Because it's very easy to start actually training the wrong muscle groups when you're training the muscle you think that you're training. There's been studies done that people who are not trained properly and their form does suck when it comes to pull downs, on those who are actually training with good form, we're seeing a lot more muscle gain in the area they're targeting. And those who were training wrong saw muscle growth in the wrong areas. So they're seeing a lot more bicep growth than actually lat growth when they're doing pull downs. See, right now, it's already burning, which is good. Partial. Oh, jeez. It burns. But you can see, if you're training correctly, you can see the body cues, the obvious signs that you're training hard. Right now, heart rate's at 120 beats per minute. And my body language is showing I'm out of breath, my heart rate's elevated, I'm sweating a bit. Those are some clear signs that that set was or is getting hard. If you have none of those signs, you're probably not training hard enough. and you need to train hard enough if you want to build muscle. This stuff needs to be done over time, over and over and over again. Remember guys, the non-negotiables if you want to sustain or build muscle is number one, you want a training stimulus that is going to elicit muscle growth. Simply getting in a machine or a bench or whatever and just going through the motions is not enough. You need to train hard enough to elicit muscle growth, and then eat enough protein, and then eat enough calories, and then sleeping, and then hydration and all that good stuff over and over and over again, and that's how you build muscle. Anyway guys, that is it for today's video. Let me know if you guys give this a try in the comment section below, and let me know what other exercises you want me to do with this same type of video format. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. You know, I'm becoming that telekinetic, transparent, vulnerable truth for coaching, johnnashuth.com. If you want to know more about my coaching, guys, book yourself a 1-hour video consult with myself. And at the end of the consult, I deduct $100 off any package that you pick. And guys, hit the link in the description below so there's discount codes and promo codes that'll save life or change life for the better. And guys, join my school community. The Iron community is waiting for you. Anyway, guys, make sure you guys add me on Instagram and TikTok. Send me your progress pics, your training pics, and your video clips. And I repost it for you because you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.
What are you doing?
Cool. All right, that's good. It's terrible.
What?